Look how bad Friede wants out. Look at her. I'm sorry, it's not your turn. So this is Eclipse. Friede. They're hard to work with. Yeah, so this is Eclipse. My little black baby. My little void cat. I don't know how well you can see the difference in their... Yeah, there, you can kind of see the difference in their size. Eclipse is about 13 and a half, 14 pounds, something like that. Friede is around 6. Eclipse, that's not the area you want to be going. So I'm gonna try to fend off Friede for a little bit while I take him out for a walk. Oh, she just hissed at him. Yeah, see what I mean, where she likes him most of the time. Oh god, she's actually getting it open. Yep, so here we got Eclipse. It's his turn to go for a walk today. Meow! He's so cute. He's just so friendly. He's the nicest little cat. He's about 2, I want to say. I don't know exactly how old he was when I got him. He was from a rescue. I was looking for a female kitten at the time. He loves concrete. He loves the concrete so much. He just loves rubbing up against it. But yeah, I was looking for a female cat from the rescue, and they had a gray cat, which ended up being Aurelia, which is his sister. And when I went to go... Oh, he's really going at it. He's not usually like this fast at it. Usually he just kind of sticks to one area. I guess he's getting used to being outside a little bit more since I've been taking them out more recently. But yeah, I went to the rescue and went to get Aurelia when she was young, maybe a few months old. Their birth date is unknown since they were just, on the street when they were rescued. Here's a tree that's been in this yard. I got it on a school bus. When I was in like 6th grade, there was just a kid with a sapling, and he was just asking if anyone wanted it, and I took it, and now it's this big. Years and years later, I named it Treesifer because I thought that was a good name when I was in 6th grade. Here, we're going to try to go for an actual walk today rather than just exploring the yard. But yeah, when I got to the rescue, they had Eclipse as well there, and I saw him and saw that he was a little void baby, and I needed him as well. So I ended up getting both of them. Definitely brother and sister, blood related. They were found together. So yeah, I've taken him out a few times, not a ton. There's the first time I took him out was maybe 6 months ago. Then he's been out maybe less than a dozen times since then. He's never gotten to the actual walking stage, like me being able to walk him and control him. Largely, he just kind of rolls around and does stuff. He's actually moving around today, which is different. It's exciting because hopefully that means that I can actually get him walking on the sidewalk. Maybe I can start learning or teaching him to walk on a path rather than just go fucking wherever. There's a bee that just landed in that flower, and then it immediately flew away as soon as I went to turn my camera at it. Oh, there we go. Right there. Goodbye, bee. So this is technically the neighbor's portion of the yard, but that's fine. But I do want to try getting him on the sidewalk today, so I'm just going to pick him up right now. We're going to walk over. I picked him up so I could start moving him over to out of the yard so we can get on the sidewalk, and he managed to paw the phone and exit the camera. Which, he's really good at working the phone. He really enjoys whatever I'm looking at on a screen. So whether it be on my laptop, on my phone, my monitor, he likes interacting with whatever's on the screen, pawing at it. Sometimes I'll put on like a There's a game where it's just like bugs roaming around on his screen, and he just like plays with it for long periods of time. So yeah, this is like the outer portion of the yard. Yeah, as I said, he loves the concrete. The first time I ever took him out, this is what he was doing. Immediately just rolled around in it, on it. I don't know what it is about it. Just the feeling, I guess. He's such a friendly little guy. I'm glad that he ended up being as friendly and personable as he is, even though I kind of get him out a lot in his early stages. I definitely got him out more than I did like Friede in the first 3 years that I had her. Yeah, I've even taken him to a friend's party and he did really good. Well, he was terrified at first. He was, as soon as we got there, he hid under the couch for about an hour, but I tried getting him out of the couch, and then he came out, and after that, he was chill. He like warmed up to everyone immediately and started roaming around, asking for pets, started playing with everyone. Maybe I'll share some of those videos. See, this is why I haven't really walked far with him, is because he just gets obsessed with the concrete right here. Like, he just loves it. He doesn't realize that there's so much more concrete right there that he can be walking on and rolling around on. Oh, you see something? No, just back to the concrete. Yeah, come on, let's go out this way and try actually going for a walk, okay? You want to actually go for a walk? So inquisitive, just looking around. Yeah, let's go right over here. See if he'll go down the steps like Friede did yesterday. It's okay. It's okay, Eclipse. Here you go. Boom. Let me untangle you. Oh, he's... What? What you doing? Let me untangle you. And he's just back to on the concrete. I'm trying really hard to get him untangled, and now he's just... Okay, there we go. See, that's what he does. He just doesn't want to... Oh God. Oh no. There's a very tall plant right here. Ow. I slapped myself in the face with it. Oh God. And now he's freaking out. And he got out of his harness. Yeah, I don't know where that cut off at, because I panicked. He got out of his harness, and then I think something spooked him. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't see. But he slipped out of it, and then he went under to this porch right here, but I got him out pretty easily, because he just came right to me. That's kind of been the reason that I was hard focusing Friede for going outside on a harness, is because this guy has been able to weasel out of this thing so easily. So I think I just need to try out a new one. Gotta keep an eye on him, because he can get out of it at fucking any second. Gotta be vigilant about it. So maybe we won't go for a full walk until I actually get one that I feel very comfortable with him in. Aurelia, I've been using the same harness on, and she's gotten out of it a few times, but it's never been that big of a deal, because she doesn't run, she doesn't get scared of things that as easily. It's like she slips out of it and then she just kind of stays right where she's at. Or it's just been in non-consequential areas, like she slips out of it when I'm have her inside and I'm getting ready to go out, and then I tighten it a bit more. Yeah, I definitely think this harness is just not that great. He's just fucking chowing on that grass, aren't you? I love his eyes so much. Hi, Pops. You're so cute. You're so cute. Yeah, so I guess that ruins my plans of taking him for an actual walk. So we'll just keep him in the yard for now, where I can, feel more comfortable with him. It's like, no, don't eat the fucking flower. You can sniff it, just don't eat it. He's so cute. He does this thing. He's really going at it. Yeah, he does this thing whenever he's like comfortable and purring, where he'll just like start licking my finger, and then he'll start nibbling on it, and then he just straight up starts sucking on it. And then whenever he's done with that one, he'll move on to the next one, and then just kind of do that until he gets bored with it. It's very cute. Yeah, so I guess the thing that really started me wanting to take them outside more, well, I just always wanted to start taking them outside more, but the thing that actually got me motivated to start doing that is I went on there's a car parking over there. It's pretty loud. I went on a work trip to Maryland one week, and then I went to a work trip in New Jersey the next week, where you don't really need a medical card if you want to get pot. And for my hotel room, literally a minute drive from my hotel room, there was a dispensary in the New Jersey, when I was in New Jersey. So I bought a bunch of pre-rolls, which I wasn't really used to. I just had been using like Delta 8 vapes and whatnot for a while. But since I had bought so many, you go outside to smoke. I don't want to do that inside. So it's been forcing me to get outside more, which is good. And then in doing that, I'm outside more. Why not also take my cats with me? And now it's just become a habit. I get back from work in the morning, come home, and take out the cats and smoke a joint, which I didn't do that today, just because I decided to record rather than do that. I only got so many hands. One for the leash, one for the phone. Don't got a third hand for a joint. You're such a cutie. He's just rubbing up against me. Is he going to try to go under? Yeah. Oh. And back to the concrete. Right back to the concrete. One of the first times that I took him out, I tried to take him out over there. It was dark out. It was like 3 a.m. just because I'm a night person. I don't like being out in the day. There's people around. I have social anxiety. I don't like being perceived. Especially like right after work and everything, after I've been perceived for 10, 12 hours a day. Yeah, I took him out, tried to walk him out over there, and everything was going pretty good that time until random stray car came by, and then 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever time it was, I was doing that, and it scared the shit out of him. Like, he was doing so good, and then that car came by and he started freaking out, so then I had to take him home. But this car's driving right now and he looks like he's doing fine. But the car that passed us when he freaked out was a lot closer. Like, we were right on the sidewalk, and then it like flew by right next to us, so maybe it was just because it was so close that it freaked him out, and he just wasn't used to being outside at that point. Yeah, I'm hoping to really turn this into a habit and get them used to being outside and accustomed to being on a leash and a harness and not freak out to the outside world. He just looked up to me and he was so fucking cute. I love him. Oh, he's such a friendly little guy. He just wants love and happiness and fun. Some birds in the tree. I don't know if I caught that. It doesn't look like he caught it. Maybe. He's looking. No, I don't. Oh, there he goes. And he stopped caring. Yeah, you try to get that bird. You're never going to catch that bird. You're never going to catch the birds. You can keep dreaming. I don't think you're ever going to get one. back to eating the grass. Oh. He's looking. He is looking. Oop. It's in stalk mode. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't think you're getting one. Yeah, no, you're not going through the fence. That would make things very awkward for me. And now he's eating my fucking tree. I named this tree. This tree is older than you. Respect it. This tree is like fucking 15 years old or something like that. I don't know. How old are you in 6th grade? Because I'm 26 right now. About to turn 27. So, do the math for me, please. Eclipse. You're so cute. You're such a cutie. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. He rubs up against everything whenever he's happy. He gets so happy when I get home. Ow, I just fucking stood up, hit myself in the head with the tree. He gets so happy when I get home. He's just meowing and rubbing up against me and everything else in the vicinity. There's a dog over there. He's panicking. It's okay. Oh, he's just rubbing up against me again. I love him. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. He's usually really chatty. I think maybe too much is going through his mind for him to be chatty. Yeah, so now he's back inside and he's he's being a little chatty. Seems like he wants to go back out, but I think that's all we're gonna do for today. I think I wanna I'm sorry, buddy. We can go back out tomorrow. I think I want to take oh god, I just stepped on something. Take Friede out today. Right after this. Just I don't know where the light switch is. This is not my house. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get Friede. Wow, that's just pure black. That is pure black. There is a cuckoo clock going off right above me right now, so that's what that noise is. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna go get Friede so she can just keep, getting used to going outside. And since she was so adamant on going out a little earlier, I had to put her back up in my room because she just kept scratching at the door. Well, here's Friede. I guess I'm deciding to take her out as well. Just to keep it really consistent while she's still new. So that way she gets really used to it. Doesn't have any big breaks or anything while we're just getting started with getting her on track to, become more open to the world and experience some more stuff. Yeah, she 2 weeks ago, she would not have crossed the porch in that amount of time. She would have been right by the door, just sitting down, waiting for me to pick her up and put her somewhere or put her on my lap. But oh, she's made it all the way here within fucking 5 seconds or whatever. Do you want to go for an actual walk, or do you just want to explore the yard? Huh, Friede? Do you have any opinion? Do you have any input to this? I don't think she does. Here, come on. Try to go for an actual walk. Or, okay, I guess we're just going to explore the yard for a little bit. I've been listening to this audiobook the last few weeks called Sophie's World. It's, I've been delving into, I've been delving into philosophy for a long time, I guess, a few years at this point. But on a relatively surface level, just kind of getting it through fictional media that's, you know, asking philosophical questions, things like Ghost the Show, Blade Runner. But I'm studying it a bit more intensely now. And yeah, the book is called Sophie's World, and it's a fiction book about this girl, Sophie, who starts receiving letters in the mail. She's really going at the grass. So yeah, Sophie receives letters in the mail from some random stranger. And I think there's 3 questions that are initially asked of her. They're just philosophical questions like, where does the world come from, or something. It's been too long at this point for me to remember what the exact questions were. But she ponders the questions for a little bit, and then after she comes to her own conclusion on like what her answer to those questions is, she then receives another letter in the mail that kind of goes over the history of the philosophy related to those questions. So it kind of goes chronologically from like ancient Greek philosophy, Socrates, to teaching Plato, to I think Plato then had Aristotle as a student, even though they disagreed on a lot of points. And then it goes through, you know, the ages. Right now, I'm approaching the end of the book. It's been pretty long. It's an audiobook, so I think it was originally 15 hours, but I listened to it on like 1.5 times speed. And we're learning about Kierkegaard. Or no, we just learned about Kierkegaard, and we just moved on to Karl Marx. Before Kierkegaard was Hegel. Yeah, it's been an interesting book. I don't want to spoil anything about what happens in the, you know, the fictional plot. Obviously, you can't really spoil not the nonfiction portions of it, like just actual history. I guess you can spoil history if they just, you know, someone doesn't know it. There's someone put out some gourds for free, looks like. Friede, do you wanna go for an actual walk? I wanna pick her up and get her out of the yard and see if she wants to actually walk some more. Yeah, before that book, Sophie's World, I listened to No Longer Human, which very, very depressing read. Basically, well, I had read a manga adaptation by Junji Ito of it. God, getting this thing open without my hands is rough. Yeah, Junji Ito, the horror mangaka, she's chasing, did an adaptation of it. What it is basically an autobiography of this Japanese artist and writer from the 1930s and 40s. And he just goes over his life story and how he doesn't explain it with the words I'm going to use, but basically it seemed like he had severe social anxiety and never quite understood what it was to be human. You know, to do human interactions, to understand the facades that people put up, the masks that people put up to betray their own feelings just so they can... This is getting a little awkward. Yeah, he just never understood human conversation or the things of the like, and that kind of pushed him down a really bad route eventually. He met some people that weren't the best for him, and he wasn't doing the best for himself. And he eventually fell into alcoholism, sex addiction with, prostitutes and whatnot. And he fell into a drug addiction, tried to commit suicide numerous times. He had a suicide pact with the lover, and he ended up surviving, but she died. I think he tried and failed 3 separate times throughout his life, and then yeah, not a fun story. After the book got published, I think maybe a month later, he then did succeed in offing himself. Very, very depressing read. I got to a certain point where I was listening to the audiobook, and, things had just gotten so bad for him at some point. And then I remembered the manga version that I read, and what was, things had gotten so bad for him, and I knew that it was only going to get worse from there. When he fell into morphine addiction, when I realized that it had been so bad and it hadn't even been his worst point, it really kind of hit me like a truck. Had that realization that it still wasn't even the worst that it could be. We're on the street now. I'm so proud of her. But yeah, my friend at work, he's been listening to the audiobook. He said that it was his next read before I had read it, and then him talking about it made me then want to read it, since I had never listened to or read the original book. I had only read the manga adaptation, so that's what put me on it. And now he's about halfway through it, and yeah, I'm waiting to see how it affects him. I had explained to him that the only thing that I had ever seen that had ever given me such a visceral reaction, like someone just putting their life on paper like that, all the ugly in their life. The only thing that had ever given me that same feeling was Lingua Ignata, who's a music artist. She's hard to pin down. She's like operatic, piano-driven, black metal-inspired experimental noise. It's hard to explain without you hearing it, but it's all about her trauma of like physical and sexual abuse that she's experienced in her life, and her falling out that she had with the church, her coming to terms with that. I got to see her in, I think, 2023 in Pittsburgh, or near Pittsburgh, in it was a church that got turned into a venue, which seemed very appropriate for her. I did an edible beforehand, so I was really high for the duration of it, and it was very, very intense. Definitely probably my favorite concert that I've been to. Like, I've seen Tool, which is my favorite band, and that's up there. But just one person on stage pouring their heart out like that. Just so much power and emotion. It was a really nice experience. Really cathartic. And, art is all about feeling. I haven't been to a concert in a while, but that friend I was just talking about, him and I have one set up for next week. We're going to see La Dispute, band that I really like. Kind of, I don't know, Midwest emo, I think is how people describe them, if that means anything to you. I really like them. I think that their storytelling is very good. Like, the story that they tell in their songs, the way that they describe it, you really get the mental imagery of what's going on in your head. And my friend didn't know about them, so I've been sending him songs, so that way you can start listening to them before the concert. And then next month, we're gonna go see Sir Chloe, which is another band that I like. They just came out with a new album. There's Deftones performing their new album next week as well. But I have here, we're in someone's yard, so I don't want to be in someone's yard. Yeah, Deftones just came out with a new album. They're one of my favorite bands as well, but I can't see them because I can't get out of work that day. I have a required training. It's very disappointing. And I have no other shows nearby. So I guess I'll just have to wait until next time. I'm so proud of her. She's doing so good. She's come so far in such a short amount of time. Aren't you, Friede? Friede. Here. I wanted to look into the camera so you can see her eyes, because her eyes are beautiful. Aren't they, Friede? She is being difficult. I think this is where that dog was when Eclipse was out, so I think that's what she's smelling right now. Okay, we're going back this way. It's been a short walk, but I might wrap it up just because I'm pretty starving. I don't got work tomorrow, so it's not like I'm on a sleep schedule right now, but I do have work in 2 days, so don't want to ruin my sleep schedule that much. So I'm going to try my best to direct her back to our yard and see what that looks like. It's not looking good right now. Come on, Friede. Nah, she wants to keep going.